Hello, Millie. Hello, Daniel Berry Sports Light. Hello, Highlights. Hello, yo. Hope everybody's doing okay. Happy Valentine's Day. Hey, Dee. Hello. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Hope everybody's doing good this evening. Glad to see you again. Glad to see everybody again. I thought I would go on and get this out. And today is February 14th, 2025. And I know I was on here earlier, but I promised I would come back and do this one. Hey, not crazy, but crazy lady. Hello. Happy Valentine's Day again, everybody. Hello. Welcome in. Because I couldn't go to sleep without doing this one. Everybody else is probably everywhere else, but I know it's getting late and I had the grandkids earlier. So I just wanted to come on here maybe for a short one and get this out because it has been 25 years ago today on February 14th that Asia Degree went missing from her Shelby County, North Carolina home. And she's known, as y'all know, she's known as Shelby's sweetheart. She disappeared again on Valentine's Day. She was only 9 years old at that time. At the time she went missing. There is on here some age progressions that they've done throughout the years. And this case has remained active through the years, even though there's been no arrest. They have had some updates in the last few months, and we'll get to those. But I want you to know that she's still important and she still needs to be found as well. The FBI, the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation, and Cleveland County Sheriff's Office searched multiple properties in that county in September of 2024, just 24 years later. And it was at that time that LE announced for the first time that they think, unfortunately, Asia was unalived. Now, this had to be very, very earth-shattering for her family, and especially for her mom. And I'm sure they've heard it many times over the years, and from different sources and different people. But to literally have Ellie come out and say that to the public and publicly announce that, I can't even imagine that. I can't. But they're not giving up. And especially her mom. Her mom has hope. Hello, Lisa. And hello, Roxy. And everyone coming in. Good to see everybody. Happy Valentine's Day, Lisa. Rhonda, hello. Welcome. Asia was last seen by her father, Harold, about 2:30 a.m., February 14th, 2000, when he checked on her, and she was asleep in her bed. But approximately an hour and a half later, according to accounts afterwards, truck drivers and people driving by reported seeing her or someone matching what they thought was Asia Degree and her description walking along Highway 18 about a mile from her house. Now, y'all got to remember, it was nighttime and it was pouring rain, and it was very windy. Very windy. This was Roxy in 25 years ago. This was 25 years ago today on Valentine's Day, and this was in North Carolina. One person even said they turned around to approach her, but she ran into the woods. That's the one I always had the problem with. Now, they have never come out and said anything about that. That's just my thought. I always kind of found that kind of peculiar with that witness. I mean, but it matched up with the other person. There's no doubt in my mind that they saw her. But if they tried to approach her, it was just strange to me. You know, and I don't know if they've been cleared or whatever. I'm just saying that was very strange to me. But they said she ran into the woods. I think I said in the very first time I ever did this on Asia, I said it made me wonder, why would you anyway, if you did do that and you were trying to see, because on one hand, you know, why would you not stop and see why is a little, you know, you got a little 9-year-old girl out in the dark before daylight, storm, rain. So why, on one hand, would you not stop and see why is a child outside on a highway? But then on the other hand, if you approach a little girl and she runs into the woods, is that okay? I mean, is it? I would be a little bit concerned about that if that was me. And mind you, they didn't call the police until later, until they recognized this on TV. So they said. But anyway, I think I said in my very first live that I did about this, why would they not, you know, I was curious, did they not go on the other side? And, you know, again, these people may not have anything to do with nothing, but why did they not go on the other side and see if she come out the other side or anything? Hey, Denise and Julie and everybody coming in. Rhonda, I hope you all had a wonderful Valentine's Day as well. But personally, that just always bothered me. That's just personally. So at that time, Asia's parents found she was missing around 6:15 that morning, and she was also missing her book bag. I believe it was in 2021 when it was when they found her book bag, and it was buried, or it was, I don't know if it was buried, but it was wrapped up in a black trash bag somewhere alongside of the road in the same kind of Highway 18 in Burke County. It was about 30 miles away from her. Things in the book bag, though, were sent to the FBI lab. So the FBI never come out and said what was in the book bag until years later. And then the police finally come out and announced what was in the book bag. But they said at first the things that were not hers, which was a book from her library from Dr. Seuss that she did not check out, and a New Kids on the Block t-shirt. Okay. Now, her parents still have hope that Asia's alive and said they don't think she's dead. And they said, her mother said, we still need help. She asked that we, meaning the world, whoever's watching, she wants us, everybody, to still pray for her and her family, and that Asia will return home, because her mother will not give up. Look at this. I want to show y'all this. I hope I can do it here. I hope that's it. Okay. I think that's it. Yep, this is it.
I thank God for the 9 years that we did get to have her. And I do miss all the years, and it makes me sad for what I have missed. And we look at O'Brien, and we can cut up with him, and she's always there. She's the first thing I think of when I get up in the morning, and the last thing I think of when I go to bed. So
this one is WBTV News.
People think because they see us laughing, going to work. We never forget. I will never forget as long as I draw breath.
So that's her mother. She says she will never, ever, ever give up hope until she draws her last breath. So, wow. Wow. Whew. So, in 2016, investigators released a picture of a dark green car they think Asia might have got into that morning in 2017. They brought special agents in from the FBI to recant the early morning of the day Asia disappeared. And they're still working on it, from this day. They're still working on it. In 2018, detectives finally released pictures of 2 items that was found in the book bag. Again, that did not belong to Asia, but that was the McElligot's Pool by Dr. Seuss book and a New Kids on the Block t-shirt, a kind of nightgown-like t-shirt, right? The book was from Asia's school, but it was not checked out by Asia. That's what the FBI said. Then come new clues in 2024. Now, the FBI, Cleveland County Sheriff's Office, and North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation searched several properties on September 10th and 11th. They didn't say at first why. There was a lot of speculation. Oh boy, was there a lot of talk. And they didn't say exactly what they were looking for at first. But then later, they said it was definitely in connection with Asia Degree's disappearance. They had got search warrants and the whole 9 yards. The search warrants related to September 10th and 11th were unsealed to kind of allow the public to see or know what was going on. And investigators wrote that Asia Degree was seen being pulled into a green car that had not been seen since for all those years. They say they also had DNA evidence, which don't lie. DNA don't lie. The DNA came from her book bag, and it belongs to Russell Bradley Underhill and Anna Lee Victoria Dedmon Ramirez. The warrant said Anna Lee is the daughter of Connie and Roy Dedmon, who live in Shelby County. She would have either been 16 or 17 years old when Asia Degree disappeared, and she was tasked with having to drive patients to and from a hospital in Burke County. That's according to what the warrant said. And an older green car that resembles a hell of a lot like the police have been searching for, even though it was not an exact match, was found. Now, what are the chances? The car was found and was towed in from one of the properties, and it belonged to the Desmond family. Then Underhill lived in two faculties, this whole time, two different faculties, and that was owned or operated by the Desmonds when Asia went missing. Coincidence? Maybe. Likely? I don't know. Too many coincidences start happening and you have to start scratching your head. I don't know. But again, no arrests have been made. None. The Dedmonds deny any and all connections to missing little Asia Degree. Hey, Mama the OG. I know, right? Absolutely. And it's still on that billboard, isn't it? Hi, Women's Warrior and everybody coming in. Thank you for being here. Again, Asia's family has said again and again they are holding on to hope and they won't give up. And I don't blame them. Let's watch something else. What? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Shoot. Hold on, y'all.
King breaks down how we got here.
Around 6:15 in the morning of February 14th, 2000, Asia Degree's parents wake up to find both the 9-year-old and her book bag gone. They filed a missing persons report shortly after.
Investigators at the time had reason to believe that she took some items with her out of the house, and that she left the house and walked south on Highway 18 toward the city of Shelby.
Aisha's dad told investigators he'd seen Aisha in her bed around 2:30 that morning. Authorities said 2 truck drivers spotted
Mrs.
a car
News
matching
3.
Aisha's description around 4 a.m. on Highway 18. At that point, she was about a mile from her home.
One turned around to try to approach her, but wasn't able to make contact with her, and from what we can tell, that's the last time that she was seen.
For months, investigators and the community turned over every stone to find her. Then in August of 2001, her book bag was found 30 miles away, buried in the ground in Burke County. Investigators said Aisha's book bag belongings were sent to a FBI lab in Quantico. But years would continue to go by. Aisha's family continued to cry out for answers.
We still have hope. We don't think she's dead, but we still need help.
Just keep praying for me and my family, and that she will return home.
Investigators released age-progressed photos to keep Aisha's story in the spotlight. Then in 2016, investigators released new evidence, a dark green vehicle of interest they believed Aisha may have gotten in on the morning of her disappearance.
And it was occupied supposedly 2 times on the day of her disappearance, and it had been discovered through legwork by Sheriff's Office investigators along with the federal government.
In 2017, in an effort to generate new leads, investigators brought in a special FBI team to recreate the early morning of Aisha's disappearance. Here's what investigators said about leads at the time.
There are multiple people of interest that we've looked at over the years and continue to look at, and new names still arise.
And in 2018, detectives released pictures of 2 items found in Aisha's book bag that did not belong to her.
There was a New Kids on the Block concert t-shirt that was in the book bag, along with the library book that was from Aisha's elementary school, but it was not checked out by Aisha.
In recent years, investigators have been hopeful that new technology could help crack the case.
For one thing, technology has advanced quite a bit over the years, and I still think there's some things that we can do to try to help us find those answers, and I really believe that we're going to find out what happened to her.
And as we've talked with Aisha's family through the years, they've repeatedly told us they're holding on to that hope.
After 20 years, I still believe my daughter is alive. I do not believe she's dead. And I know somebody knows something. I'm not crazy enough to think.
9 years old. She was 9 years old, Rhonda.
Into thin.
She was 9 years old when she went missing on Valentine's Day. It's been 25 years today. 25 years today. Got another one here. My God, I don't know if this one's going to work. Nope. Ugh. I'm still here. I'm still here, y'all. Hold on a minute. Tina, I see your email. Hold on a minute. This one don't want to play for me. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Tina. Hold on. Just 1 second, y'all. I hadn't disappeared nowhere. Oh, wait a minute. Here, hold on. Maybe it is. Hold on. Maybe it is. Can't get the volume up. Hold on. I hadn't disappeared, y'all. Just hold on a minute.
With Aisha's mother and father, so to me it's very personal.
5 years since the disappearance of Aisha Degree. Tonight, though, officials are revealing more about developments in the investigation that actually led to a search of properties across Cleveland County just about a month ago.
Yeah, back in September, you might remember, investigators recovered new evidence from several search scenes across Cleveland County. Among the items found was this green vehicle, which is similar to the one connected to Aisha's disappearance. Investigators say after all these years, technological advancements have made older evidence new again. It's giving them new clues, they say, that could finally help them find this missing girl.
Well, in the last few years, more specifically the last year or so, technology has caught up, and we were able to retest some of those things and use technology, more specifically DNA, to be able to get us leads that points in the right direction.
Well, tomorrow's somber anniversary, bringing back emotional memories for the investigators themselves. Many of them, including Cleveland County Chief Deputy Derwin Briscoe, have personal connections to Aisha and her family. Briscoe, a 32-year veteran of the sheriff's office, says he'll never forget getting the call to her home a quarter century ago.
I graduated with Aisha's mother and father. So to me, it's very personal. We went through junior high and high school together. So to know that morning that I came out as a community-oriented police officer, and once I arrived on the scene and I saw who the family was, it had a personal touch to me.
Well, Aisha was just 9 when she disappeared from her Cleveland County home in the middle of the night. Authorities say they now believe she was killed and her death was concealed. But they say they do remain committed to bringing answers to the community and closure to Aisha's family.
I believe they will get closure. Look how many years it's been, and they have new movement on this. And they've had it for a couple of months now, but it took all these years. However, her parents, especially her mom, said, again, just hold out hopes and prayers, because they're holding out hope and they won't give up. She said they are holding on to hope that she returns home. Her mother said that. Her mother said she still believes she is still alive, and until somebody can prove to her and prove she is wrong, she's going to believe there is hope, because hope is all she has. And I feel like hope is what keeps her going. So I just wanted to make this a short live. I wanted to acknowledge her. And if you have any information about Aisha's whereabouts, or you know anything whatsoever about what happened to Aisha Degree, or if you are keeping a secret about missing Aisha or this case, it's time to come forward. It's been 25 years today. Please call the FBI at 704-672-6100 or Cleveland County Sheriff's Office at 704-484-4822. There is a $45,000 reward, but just do it because it's the right thing. If you know anything about this case or anyone involved in this case. She too deserves to be found, and she too deserves justice. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you so much. Y'all have a good night. Bye.